Hello, welcome to Screen Source episode 67, your place for film and television news reviews and trailer reactions. How's everybody doing tonight?
Doing fantastic, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Good.
We watched
It's
a
been a
ton of
while.
trailers.
We did.
Yes, and it has been a while. Yes, it's been a few months maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah. I've been busy.
Sure.
Same.
And yeah, we all have, and so but it's exciting to hang out with friends and talk about film and TV.
Oh, we got it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
I've been hanging out with a new person a lot recently, and they're not a huge film and TV buff, so I get that itch,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
for sure.
call Fernando and Stan. Call Fernando.
For sure.
Just in case you forgot who we were, I'm Fernando.
I'm Stanley.
I'm Dylan, and our producer Hector over there, who might be chiming in every once in a while. We have a lot of news to talk about this week. Why don't you give them a little taste of what we'll be talking about, or just a headline?
We got a new Wes Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
We got some casting news on a new superhero movie called The Suicide Squad.
Oh, yeah.
Not to be confused with Suicide Squad, which
Yes.
came out a couple of years ago.
Yes, not the same. We have Battlestar Galactica news.
Yep. And even more.
Yes, the Oscars, I think, was the last one. Emmys, I'm sorry. Damn it. Which I actually have a question about to our producer, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Let's start off with our Wes Anderson news. What's going on?
All right. So basically, from the good people at Entertainment Weekly, they're just talking about the fact that The French Dispatch is the name of the newest Wes Anderson movie, which is following not exactly hot on the heels because it's been about 2 years.
Couple of years,
But
yeah.
his last effort, one of the first movies I reviewed here, which was Isle of Dogs.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, after I
great.
found out that the clever pun was just you got to say it a little slower because the movie is I Love Dogs.
Right?
I still forget that.
Yeah.
No,
It's like
that's
the third time it's been brought back up. It's
And Wes Anderson, it's you're going to feel how he does. You're either going to feel it or you're not going to because
Sure.
he has a very
Distinct.
signature, distinct style of making movies. And And so basically the way that it's been described is as a love letter to journalists set in the outpost of an American newspaper in a fictional 20th century French city and brings to life a collection of stories published in The French Dispatch, the magazine.
It sounds like
Nice.
fun.
Yeah, so
Look at that cast.
Yeah,
I know.
We've got a deep diving cast on this one, and it sounds like it's not exactly going to be anthological, but it's going to be just a whole bunch of stories, but it's going to be going with a coherent narrative rather than it being like stop, break with interstitials that bring them all together.
Sure,
yeah,
sure.
it'll be everybody's involved with one
Buster
another
Scruggs?
one way or the other. Like the
does
Ballad
that,
of Buster Scruggs?
But they do that. It's just stories that stop and go. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not connected.
Yeah, so basically,
they're connected.
well, it's funny because Wes Anderson himself admitted the story is not easy to explain.
Okay.
Well,
Thanks, Wes.
yeah. It is a Wes Anderson movie, though.
Right,
so
right,
I mean,
right.
you can apply that to most of them.
Yeah, so it's about an American journalist based in France who creates this magazine. And it is about one guy, but it's all of like the wacky characters that come through his life and tell him these stories.
Name some of them wacky character casts.
Okay, some
So
of these
excited.
wacky character casts include Benicio del Toro, who's right over there, Francis McDormand, Jeffrey Wright, Adrian Brody, Timothy Chalamet, Lea Seydoux, Tilda Swinton, who we were talking about off camera just a moment ago, Matthew Amalric, Lena Kudry, Stephen Park, Owen Wilson, and Bill Murray.
Yeah.
You see them all right there. And it's going to be an interesting one. And apparently it also takes place on board the Darjeeling Limited. I did not know that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm lying, but that was a good movie.
It does look- yeah.
It moved at a glacial pace, but I liked it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the young actors in this. Timothy Chalamet.
I like
He's
him.
been fucking killing it.
yeah.
I love him and stuff. The young lady from Lady Bird. Saoirse Ronan. Yes, she's
Okay.
really good. And then the guy from he's from Black Mirror and also The End of the Fucking World.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, but he's the other kid next
Yeah, I
to
don't
next to
know his
Murray.
name.
He's great too. So I'm excited for the older cast, the senior cast, we'll call them.
Yeah.
They're
Right.
also doing pretty. We got a good ensemble, but Wes Anderson knows how to do
Sure,
that. He's
sure.
like the master of ensemble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's being brought to you by Fox Searchlight Pictures, And, and per usual, people have learned to trust the auteurship of Wes Anderson. And they said it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. And hopefully it will be, because that's one that's gotten my attention.
Technically a Disney film.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, you're not wrong. Okay. Yeah. And I've been watching every damn movie this man has made for the last 21
However long he's been making them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love his style. I love his symmetry. I love his color.
Yeah.
He's
Dialogue.
he's kind of our new. I was thinking about this the other day. He's like the new Burton. Tim Burton.
The two
Oh,
new
okay.
He's
Sure,
if
super
you see
stylistic.
if you see like his super like what do you call it, individual style.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
you
very
see,
much
if you
so.
see if you see a frame of a movie of one of his movies, you know that it's his movie.
It's almost like he almost makes it into his like a genre of his own.
Almost.
Feels
He's
like a.
it's almost. He's
Yeah.
getting there.
I love pacing and dialogue with his films. That's
Yeah.
actually probably my favorite thing about his movies.
Indeed.
All right, moving on to the next news topic. Is that
Moving
you?
right along.
Another big cast reveal.
Oh,
Another
my
big
goodness.
big cast. So the sequel / reboot / whatever.
Three boot.
Slash you really fucked up, Disney.
Right? Yeah. No. So the DC's going ahead with the Suicide Squad, and I don't. I'm sure we've covered this. The big news is it's James Gunn of Marvel fame. Although now he's going to be Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
from the
Apparently.
6th month of his being fired
Yeah.
from. It wasn't even 6 months. I
It
don't
wasn't
think.
even that long. No.
Yeah, from making Guardians 3, of which he's back on.
And
now.
he's back on now.
Yeah.
And he's bringing,
It was to
but
give him
he's
a
bringing
spanking.
his new, which I think Suicide Squad was supposed to be like a DC's Guardians, kind of a quirky ensemble, whatever, and it just.
I think it made almost $1 billion, or
Was
may have
what it
even
was.
broken
It was improbably successful for how hated it was.
Right?
Sure,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was bad. I liked what they were trying to do. Anyway,
Box office hit.
so they're
Critical
coming.
fail.
Right. They're coming back. So he's bringing back a couple of characters from the first one.
Yes.
Yep.
Including Margot Robbie, which I think she was sort of the breakout.
Very
She played
much so.
Harley Quinn on
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, so of
With
course
the
they're
new
bringing
movie
her
coming
that.
soon. Movie
Yeah,
or
and
show?
They got her Harley Quinn. They got a new Harley Quinn movie. Well, it's not Harley Quinn. It's is it the Birds of Prey?
Birds of Prey.
The
yes,
Birds of
yes,
Prey.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
and it's
Sorry, I
got
keep
some
cutting you
weird-
off. I'll try to
It's got
stop.
some weird name too.
Yeah.
They're bringing back Jai Courtney, who played Captain Boomerang.
Mhm.
Joel Kinnaman played Rick Flag, and Viola Davis reprising her role as Amanda Waller, which is
Oh,
like
yeah.
killing. Like that's perfect, almost as perfect as Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
In so much that it's a perfect cast without them retconning it like Nick Fury.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and just the fact that they've got some interesting names on there.
So those are returning characters.
So
Yeah.
exciting.
And then now we got the complete list. I'll just start from the top.
Yeah.
David Dastmalchian.
It's David Desmalchin.
Dastmalchian.
Where do I know him from?
He was. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Russian
Yeah.
man and everything. Okay.
Yeah, he's in Dark Knight. I recognize him from that. Anyway.
Yeah.
And then we have John Cena
Yeah.
coming. Yeah, who knows? Jai Courtney, Joaquin Cosio.
Yep.
Sounds right.
Okay. Nathan Fillion,
Holy
who's
shit.
a staple in James Gunn movies, so that's exciting.
Oh yeah.
Of course, Joel Kinnaman, Mei Ling
Mailing Ing.
Ing.
Yeah.
Okay, Mei Ling Ing. We got Flula Berg.
Flulaborg. That's a great name.
That is Flula
That,
Borg.
that just sounds like a Swedish cyborg.
All right.
We-
Who's this gun?
Sean Gunn.
Who is this?
That's his brother.
His
James
brother.
Gunn's brother.
And he casts him in a lot of
he's
shit.
He's in all of his movies.
Yeah.
Kind of like Ted Raimi.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. Okay.
Yeah, he's the actual physical stand-in for Rocket Raccoon.
Yep. He's the Cliff Howard.
Okay.
Yeah, he actually puts a little suit on and runs around
awesome.
with So of course, Juan Diego Bota.
Yeah. Boto.
Both of them.
He's been in shit. He was in something just recently, and I totally forget what exactly.
I do
Our
not
producer
let
will,
recognize
let us know.
Yeah.
I do not recognize this guy.
Storm Reed.
Yeah, I'll keep going. Storm Reed, another one I don't recognize. And then, of course, next we have Pete Davidson, which is
Like
interesting.
the musician?
Pete Davidson,
Yeah.
the SNL guy.
Oh, okay. All right. My mistake. No? Okay.
Anyway.
Maybe. Yeah. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, and then we have Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
What? Yeah,
So stoked.
as an actor
Yeah.
in this
Yes.
crazy DC. So
Only-
I'm all for that.
Only
Yeah.
not as a giant rock person.
Right. Or as the funniest vampire I've ever met.
Oh, my God.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Alice Braga,
Wonder if
Steve
she's related.
Agee, Steve
Steve Agee, comedian,
shit,
super
yeah.
good comedian.
okay.
He's
Never
also he was a character. He was one of the characters in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Okay.
He has red hair. Super funny stand up.
mind. Okay. Then we got Tanashi
Is that the musician?
Kajisi.
Kajisi? Don't know.
I don't know.
We'll look that one up.
Okay.
Daniela Melchior, Peter Capaldi.
My goodness.
I know, right?
The,
Who-
yeah.
yeah.
The second to last
third-
Doctor.
Is it 12th Doctor? Something like that? Yeah. Julio Ruiz, Jennifer Holland, of course, Viola Davis.
Oh, shit.
We're bringing in Idris Elba is going to replace Will Smith as Deadshot,
That's
which
strong.
it makes more sense to me. I
Yep.
just don't see Will Smith as just this
You didn't like him?
mercenary scumbag. I mean, the actual character.
Sure.
His
Yeah.
character, he was okay. He was good in the movie.
Yeah. Do
But-
you think he was warming up for playing Deadshot, doing what was it, Hobbs and Shaw?
Maybe.
No, it was for him. It was him to get into his genie role.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
What? No, I mean Idris
No,
Elba.
I'm talking about Idris
Oh,
Elba.
yeah, because
sorry, I
he
thought
plays
you were
an
talking about-
evil
He's
superhuman.
the superhuman.
in Hobbs and Shaw.
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then of course Margot Robbie, and then we're rounding off the cast with Michael Rooker.
The Rook. Definitely
another
a James Gunn
shotgun.
stable.
Or James Gunn staple.
He took his MCU cast over with
basically,
him.
Yeah.
basically.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good.
It's still- yeah, this
And that's all. He dropped a tweet with the. He dropped a tweet with the names said, "Don't get too attached." Hashtag the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Which was my biggest complaint with the first one.
I mean, we've got 24 names on this board.
The thing was, yeah. What was it? The Rogue One came out around that time. And
Yeah.
Rogue One, everybody died, but
Yep.
it was Rogue One.
Oh,
Suicide
so
Squad, nobody really died, but they were all rogue characters.
Yeah.
Like they should have just switched it, but whatever.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That totally should have been it. But
Yeah.
yeah, this one, I want to see a fun and violent romp
That's
with
exactly what it's gonna
supervillains
be.
and just people getting murked left and right.
James Gunn's
That's what the
got
comics are.
Such a
Yep.
good sense of humor. I hope.
Good sense of action.
I doubt
Yep.
it, but I hope Taika Waititi also has something to do with it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
'Cause that
maybe
guy's
he
funny as hell.
maybe he could have given him a pass at the script. Who knows?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. But this is going to be fun. This
I
is
think
certainly going to
so.
be more fun than the first one.
Oh, my
Absolutely.
God. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I had the same problem with the Expendables.
Mm-hmm.
It's they're expendable, but nobody dies.
Yeah,
even
it's
the
like
guy
the dirty dozen.
Even the guy that dies doesn't die.
Yeah.
So okay.
Never mind.
Moving
But yeah,
on.
so we're moving right along.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, this is going to be fun. Are we ready for our next topic?
Oh, yeah.
That'll be me.
Uh-oh.
All right. We have like I almost shit myself when I saw this headline a couple of days ago. I got up in the morning. I saw the news article and I sent it to my brother immediately. My favorite TV show of all time, Battlestar Galactica, is getting a reboot of sorts from Sam Ismail, who makes my favorite TV show that is currently airing right now, which is Mr. Robot.
Oh, okay.
So
All
seeing
right.
these things being married together right now.
Are you a fan of the original Battlestar?
You
or
know
is
what?
it
I've
just with
seen
the-
I've
with
seen
the-
a
with the
little bit of the
reboot?
original.
Are you a fan of the original Mr. Robot?
Don't
Domo
fuck with
arigato.
me. The song. Love the song. No, but yes, Sam Esmail has a very distinct eye
Sure.
for things. He also produced I think it's called Homecoming. Julia Roberts TV show that was on Amazon Prime.
All
I
right.
watched all of that. It was very Tony. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Definitely had a very dark tone.
Mm.
It's a what the fuck is going on here, which is
Right.
very which is also a very big theme for Mr. Robot is
Right.
what's actually happening,
What's
what's
really going
true,
on.
what's really going on. Love it. And it turns out he's not necessarily penning this one, unlike Mr. Robot.
Oh, okay.
He is slated to be executive producer. A writer has yet to be hired. So, Battlestar Galactica, one of the most beloved sci-fi TV shows of all time.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Is
second to Star Wars.
second to Star
mean-
Wars. Yeah,
I
for
mean,
me,
yeah.
it's that's a hard.
Well, I mean, yeah. I
choice.
mean, if you're going stars,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
wars,
yeah.
and it's not going to be Star Wars, there's really
Yes. So this is quote from Ismail. BSG fans, this will not be a remake of the amazing series that Ron Moore launched, because why mess with this perfection? Instead, we'll explore a new story within the mythology while staying true to the spirit of Battlestar. So
That's cool.
that is nice, actually. I'm happy that it's not going to be all the same exact
Right, yeah.
characters, but yeah, we Ron Moore wrote this enormous.
Mythology.
Yes, thank you
Right.
very much for this, and so there's a lot to explore. There were a couple spin-off series.
Right.
right.
I think one
Galactica 80.
was called Galactica, right?
And then there was Caprica.
Caprica. Yes,
Caprica.
yes. And then there was some like web series also
Right.
with young him. I'm out
Edward
of words
James
tonight.
Olmos?
Yeah, with the
Okay.
young. Actually,
Adama?
Adama, thank
okay,
you. Yeah,
okay.
General
I was going
Adama.
to say his character name.
I think Almost is from New Mexico, if I'm not mistaken,
I'm
which
honestly.
is where we're based.
Hey, that's
hey.
I remember a friend of a friend was she's older, but she's about his age, but she had mentioned that they had went to high school together, and she's like she talked about how they made out once. I was
Nice.
like, that's awesome. That's a great story.
Right on.
Oh, no,
I did not know that.
Yes.
Cool.
So here's the twist. This is going to be an exclusive show to NBC Universal's newly named streaming service called The Peacock. Or Peacock. So
Is this where The Office is going to ultimately end up?
yes, I believe so.
Oh my gosh.
Who just bought Parks and Rec? That's another
They bought it, right?
Peacock. Okay, yeah. So they got the rights
They're
to
getting
Parks
their
and Rec
shit back.
back. Friends is moving over to, is that HBO Max? Warner
Oh my
Brothers, and
goodness.
then Big Bang Theory
Ooh, I heard that one.
just is now moving over to HBO Max. I
Yeah.
think, which was like $1 billion acquisition.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
ridiculous.
It's insane how much it costs for
Because
these
that
things.
show is awful.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually don't like that show.
No.
I hate that
No.
show.
But what does this mean? It means that Netflix is like
That's
it's
why
gonna
they
have
have to
some
come up with all this.
strong competition.
Well, the thing
Well,
is,
it's why
yeah.
they're coming up with all this new stuff, because the deep compartmentalization of all of these shows for streaming services it's out of hand. There's so many things where it's like
Yeah.
every channel is having its own streaming
Yeah,
service. now.
Disney Plus, which I already bought my 3
Yeah, 'cause
years.
we got ABC, CBS
Should've
has All
known that.
Access, NBC is coming up with Peacock.
Seinfeld just got bought too.
Ooh.
If Seinfeld has its own
Netflix-
streaming service,
no.
I'm leaving.
No, Netflix bought them for a 2021 release, I think. Actually,
Wow.
if I'm not mistaken, it could be 2020.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyways, yeah, this is gonna be battle of the streaming services.
Yeah, and then it's going to be like brands on top of
We'll
that.
see
'cause
what
then you're gonna have
happens.
Disney, you've already got DC Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all over the place, and it's going to be so weird to just like nickel and dime them. But at least it is like to the tune of like $5 a month. at a
Competitive
pop for a lot
pricing.
of these. Yeah, and that at least that works out in our favor.
Yes.
Because I don't want to have to. Well, it beats a shit out of what we had to put up with like paying for cable.
Yeah.
Sure.
Especially with a lot of those where you didn't have the opportunity to watch on demand. Now you can watch whatever the hell you want, $5 to $7 at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
and I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
By the way, have you guys watched any Pluto TV?
No,
No.
I have not.
No?
Is that the free one?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
free one, and it has like channels that are all about just they just do binge watches of certain shows or music or whatever. And one of them is just called Anime All Day, and just like
Nice.
and it was just like it'll just jump around with all these episodes and stuff.
Speaking of binge, that's another thing that's coming up because apparently Mandalorian, is that
Oh,
right?
yeah,
is
The
going to be
Mandalorian.
dropped on a weekly basis,
Yeah.
which is a new Disney
Netflix
Plus.
is even talking about doing that too.
Yeah,
And apparently they've done it before,
right.
Well, they're gonna, yeah.
but they're going to bring it up more
They're
often
gonna- yeah.
or something.
Hulu has been doing that.
Sure. Do they do that for the originals?
I know
Tale?
Handmaid's Tale
Yeah, you're
was.
right, you're right.
There was a couple of them that we were waiting. I know Broad Cities were like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Broad Cities were.
Yeah,
we'd have to
there's-
wait for
But
those
that
ones to come
was
out.
not a Hulu show.
True.
Yeah, that was a Comedy Central show. But yes, I did not think I was gonna get into NBC Universals just because I had already paid for 3 years out the gate for Disney Pluses at
Right.
less than $4 a month.
Yeah, that's
fucking
not
awesome.
bad.
That's
nice.
Not bad at all.
You just had to be a D23 member, which is free.
Nice.
But if I have to get Peacock now because they have this. That they genuinely found a selling point for a lot of people. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super stoked, and I think it would have been hard to find a better person to make this. Like maybe Ryan Johnson. could
I
have
always
done
like.
it,
Well,
or-
I always
my
like.
gosh.
I like that people are now like talking about like expanding
yes,
their universes.
yes,
I
yes.
mean,
and
well,
not
you know,
necessarily a direct reboot.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need another Battlestar Galactica,
Sure.
but something in that world, same tone,
A guide-in story.
Yes. Oh, on your way down, don't steal this, please. Please check out the posters on my hallway, which is signed from a writer from
Nice.
Battlestar Galactica.
Nice.
That's nice.
Yes, so good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And let's move on to our last piece of news, which is the Emmys. Number 70 something. I don't know. It's been a lot. I'll try to get through these quickly. What I did was I looked at the nominations for comedy and for drama, for the TV series itself, as well as outstanding lead actor and actress for each of those.
Yeah.
So let's get through these. We have outstanding comedy. This airs this weekend, I think. Saturday and Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Although, am I wrong? Did they have? I think they had the technical Emmys last weekend. Creative Emmys. Okay, gotcha. Anyways, outstanding comedy series. We have Schitt's Creek, The Good Place, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Veep, Barry, Fleabag, and Russian Doll. What are your
Wow.
favorites? What,
Oh
what
my
are you
God.
looking forward to?
What
do you want to win?
As of Monday, we just finished rewatching Russian Doll.
Yeah,
and
it's good.
that show is funny as shit, but I don't know how much of it would actually count as comedy because
Sure.
it gets, god damn, it gets dark.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Black
sure.
comedy.
Yeah, and I've
Super
heard for
black.
everybody else and then coincidentally just last week for the company for which I work, Geeks Who Drink, we did specialty quizzes about The Good Place.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is, I think it's coming. Is it coming on last season?
It's the final season.
Gotcha. Yeah. That's my pick. Is The Good Place. Although I have a feeling that the favorites are going to be Marvelous Mrs. Maisel and Veep, which tend to do really well. What are you looking forward to? You watch any of these?
I don't have a. I don't watch TV, so whatever I pick is what they don't pick is usually what I like. Having said that, I love Schitt's Creek.
Yeah.
Schitt's Creek is a very, very good show. It's
It's
very
super
well written.
stylistic.
The thing is, like, for what it started out as to what it is now, is really, really like they took their weird premise and they like ran with it, and it just blossomed into this whole other thing. I think it has more to do with Eugene Levy's son.
Okay.
David Levy. I think he's like the lead writer on that now, and he just. But yeah.
Outstanding lead actor in a comedy series. I like that a lot of these actually are not necessarily the shows that are there. So we have Bill Hader for Barry, Don Cheadle for Black Monday, Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Eugene Levy for Schitt's Creek, Ted Danson for The Good Place, and Michael Douglas for The Kaminsky Method, which is actually pretty good. I watched a little bit of that.
Oh, okay.
Most excited for me is Black Monday. I haven't actually started it yet, but Don Cheadle's one of my favorite actors.
Oh yeah,
I think
Don
he's just
Cheadle is
fantastic.
fantastic.
Is that on HBO?
Yes, it's an
Okay.
It's a Showtime original.
Showtime.
Yes, it is a Showtime original, and
Okay.
that's because his last big show was also a Showtime original. I have a feeling that there was a
Right,
connection
right,
there.
yeah,
That was what was the name of that show?
I don't remember.
Which one?
It was a Don Cheadle Showtime original. It was based off of a book, actually. I loved that one. I can't remember the name.
I remember Black Monday. I don't remember that one.
It's years old.
Okay.
Producer's pulling it up right now. House of Lies. Yes. It's
I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's it's about a business consulting agency.
Yeah.
Super funny. It's
Cool.
a dark comedy.
Right on.
And outstanding lead actress in a comedy series, Christina Applegate for Dead to Me, Phoebe Waller-Bridge for Fleabag, Natasha Lyonne for Russian Doll, Catherine O'Hara in Schitt's Creek. It's fun to see her back.
Oh yeah.
Rachel Brosnahan for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus for Veep.
And she'd been
Nice.
killing it over and over, year in and year out. In
Yes. I think it's kind of cool that there's a lot of older women
Veep. Yeah.
in this.
Yeah.
A lot of veterans.
Well, getting like just and
older
not
men.
being subjected to the only being able to be somebody's mom,
Sure.
you
Yes.
know, or
Yeah.
just like just getting that same kind of bullshit, and it's nice to see because it was just anyway. It's
I
good.
was gonna say the only one I know for sure plays mom is Catherine O'Hara, but she's so amazing in that that role.
And it was just like, and she is also like my parents' age,
Right.
You know, at that point, it was like doesn't mean she can't still be a goddamn attractive human being.
Sure, yeah, for me
yeah.
too. She was my Home Alone mommy.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's move on to outstanding drama series. In the running is Better Call Saul, Ozark, Bodyguard, Posse.
Pose.
Pose.
Jesus.
Close enough.
Posse's with two S's.
Yes.
Game of Thrones, Succession, This Is Us, and Killing Eve. Is there more in this lineup than there were for comedy? Yes. Yeah, I think so. Anyways, I have a favorite.
competitive.
I mean, it's going to be Game of Thrones. Come on.
Oh no.
It was their last season.
Have they been winning? Yeah,
Yeah, they
though?
won a ton of the
Okay,
creative
yeah.
arts. I think they blew
No,
out.
but I mean, well, they've won multiple seasons though, right? Has
yeah,
they-
I think there was a big thing last year where they didn't make it
Mm.
to the Emmys because of a technicality for dates
Right.
of when it lined up. That's my memory of it at least. But yeah, I have a feeling it's gonna be Game of Thrones.
So I've only seen Better Call Saul, of course,
Yeah.
which
Really
is
good.
good. It's a quality show. I didn't have much expectations for it. It
Yeah,
actually
it's really
turned out
good.
to be
And
really
yet-
good.
How's Ozark? You guys watch that?
Ozark
yeah,
is good.
Yeah,
good.
I'd my 2 roommates ago. A roommate of mine was super into it, just in a Breaking Bad, but in the South kind of way.
Oh, is it
Yeah.
the idea? Okay.
A little
okay.
bit. What's Bateman? Jason Bateman's really good.
Yeah, I love Bateman.
Yeah, it's kind of off. You know, he's not being Bateman.
Right. He's not being his Arrested Development self.
Yeah.
I also love This Is Us, and we'll talk. They have a lot of actors for that one. But anyways, let's start with outstanding lead actress in a drama series. Nominations are Emilia Clarke for Game of Thrones, Robin Wright for House of Cards, Sandra Oh for Killing Eve, Laura Linney for Ozark, Viola Davis for How to Get Away with Murder, Jodie Comer, thank you, for Killing Eve, and Mandy Moore for This Is Us.
Mandy Moore. These pop stars who like actually have fucking chops.
Dude, she is good in
right?
This Is Us. Along with lead actor in drama series for This Is Us, Sterling K. Brown and Milo Ventimiglia. Thank you. We have Bob Odenkirk for Better Call Saul, Kit Harington as Jon Snow for Game of Thrones, Jason Bateman for Ozark, and Billy Porter for Pose.
Billy Porter's been killing it lately too.
Yeah, somebody told me that he's a favorite for this nomination.
Nice.
I'm really excited that Kit made it as a lead for Game of Thrones, because I'd say in the beginning he wasn't necessarily a lead.
No. But he came into his own, and it's cool to see his evolution as an actor over the course of the series.
Yeah, 10 years.
Goodness gracious. Would
Crazy,
you have
right?
imagined?
Yeah, that was my whole. That was a third of my life.
Yeah, you were a bit of wee bab when it started.
Bab. Yeah. Could barely drink. Sterling K. Brown. I think he's such an amazing.
He's never
You
not.
still haven't seen Game of Thrones. Oh my
He's
God.
never not solid.
I know, and he's got the saddest eyes. He cries in all of his fucking movies, and he's so good.
Did
at
you see
crying.
Hotel Artemis? I know you
did.
did.
He doesn't
I
cry in that, does he?
specifically,
Yeah.
I specifically went to see it for this, and for Screen Source.
It's good.
I went to watch it all by myself. But is that not a goddamn underrated movie?
Very.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that and Bad Times.
Yeah.
Very
Oh,
similar,
yes.
but
Yeah.
they were two
He's in
really
Bad
good
Times,
movies.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Cool. So, anyways, that is the Emmys for this upcoming weekend. It's possible we'll talk about the winners next week. Let us know what your favorites are. But otherwise, let's move into coming soon now with Post Tomatoes, which always comes before
Pre-tomatoes.
Thank you. Every week is with
Oh
an
my.
asterisk.
This was a while ago.
Every week with an asterisk, we look at the film and or television that is coming out. We assign what we believe the Rotten Tomato score to be, and then we take a look at the actual scores the following week with an asterisk. Tell us what our guesses were.
Okay, so it looks like for the first one, our guess was for Stranger Things Season 3. It was going to be a 95%. Annabelle 3, Annabelle Comes Home, was going to be 40%. And then yesterday... Oh my God! I'm colorblind, and the poster for yesterday is making my brain go crazy. Oh my God!
You got
I
the
don't
red
know.
green?
Like it looks like I'm looking at an after image.
Really?
Oh
Nice.
yeah, no, that is
It almost
like,
does look like a
It does.
negative.
yeah,
It does,
no,
yeah.
that's like not good for me to look at. Okay, and that we were going to give that one a 75%.
Yes.
I'm going to look over here.
Our actual scores.
Look at
Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Our actual scores for Stranger Things Season 3 was a critical review of 90, audience of 87.
Not bad.
Yeah, we aimed a little high,
Yeah,
but it was a good season.
indeed.
Good.
It was a
Indeed.
lot
It's
of
better
fun.
in season 2.
And then for Annabelle 3, we aimed a little low.
Yeah, we thought it was going to be a 65, or I'm sorry, a 40, critical was 65, audience was 70. That's a big discrepancy.
Yeah. And then speaking of
Oh,
big
no, it's not.
discrepancies,
Yeah, well, yeah, it is. I'm sorry. Speaking of big discrepancies.
just that yesterday was a critical of 63, audience score of 89, so 26 whole points on that one, and we were like smack fucking dab in the middle on
Yes,
that
we
one.
were.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'd say we win on that one. I'd say we were basically perfect
call that.
on that one. Yeah. And then that Annabelle 3, yeah, we lowballed it, but what are you really expecting with a lot of the
I'm happy that the Conjuring series movie's still getting some solid scores. I
Yeah.
mean, 65 is not awesome, but it's a watchable score.
Yeah,
certainly.
that's exactly
And I
it.
just love those movies. They're my favorite. Also,
enough.
thank you to our producer for getting me a sweet, sweet poster that I've yet to put up too. But
Oh
it's,
yeah,
yeah.
making it happen.
I know. I have a feeling if I put it up, I'm going to die. So that's just a thought I had. All right. Coming soon now with Pre-Tomatoes, which always comes after.
Post-tomatoes.
That's right. What's coming out this week? You want to take it away?
We got Brad Pitt in Ad Astra.
Yes.
We have, is this the Downton Abbey movie?
That's
Yes,
right.
it is.
Downton Abbey movie coming out. We got Rambo, Last Chance to Kill Brown People. And we have Netflix original film Between Two Ferns, the movie.
The movie.
If you have any idea what that's about, then yeah, you're in for it.
You're gonna laugh and you're gonna squirm.
So I
Right.
think these all drop today. I'm not entirely sure when the Netflix one drops. Oh, that's September 20th, which is
It's
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And I was
yeah.
gonna say
Which is actually today in
Today
YouTube world.
in-
Did,
Yes.
did we not do the trailer for Ad Astra?
We did. We
Okay.
did. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that
yes.
But it
months
wasn't much
ago.
to it. There wasn't much to it. That's
Yeah.
what I remember.
Yeah, it's him looking for his father
In
from what
space.
in space, who is also an astronaut. So obviously,
It was
this
Tommy
is
Lee Jones, right? I think
Tommy Lee
yeah.
Jones. Yeah. So this is set in the future. It also looks a little bit horror-ish.
Sure.
Um,
I couldn't. It looks a lot of things.
I'm kind of
yeah.
excited though, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like space. I like Brad Pitt.
Okay.
He was also great in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You guys watch that?
I haven't
No,
seen it
but
yet.
I've heard very good things about
Super
it.
fun, super fun. Downton Abbey. I never watched that show.
No.
I noticed it's a very female-centric show, and I also the other thing I know is that there are levels to the house,
Right.
and those are analogous to your stature in the
Right.
house.
Yep.
Rambo. I know you're a big
And
fan.
Yeah.
That for
Okay.
what's it called? Downton Abbey. It's supposed to be a visit by the Queen,
Oh,
or is it the King?
I don't know.
Yeah, and then and all of and then there is so much servant intrigue going on
Right.
that
Gotcha.
nobody's gonna be able to handle any of it. And then we have what appears to be a melted candle holding a bow and arrow.
Right.
What? What are you? What are you looking at?
Rambo.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Wow.
This is
It is very melty looking.
Yeah,
yeah. That
he-
black and white doesn't do well.
Ooh, it's not a
He's
flattering
old, man.
picture.
How old is he?
He's in his 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is older than my parents, and he is a combination of just like what is it like just stimulants and
Sure.
tightening cream and fillers.
This
Yeah.
guy does look like a parent I
He
recently met.
looks like a chewed up leather wallet.
Yeah,
That's what he looks
he
like.
does. It was left out in the sun.
In the sun, left out in the sun.
My buddy showed me. I haven't seen the Rambo movies. I've seen a little bit of the first one. Actually, I'm pretty sure I saw it, but I don't remember.
Right, yeah.
Is the
I think
problem.
everybody saw that
But the
one.
last movie, or the one before Last Blood, which is confusing.
Right.
My buddy showed me a scene. I'm pretty sure it's from this one of Rambo ripping out a guy's throat with his bare hands,
Right.
which was intense.
Sure.
And it was kind of cool to see.
Yeah. They're
So
fun. They're bloody and
Oh, yeah.
action
Sure.
explosions.
yeah, the Fast and Furious of
There you
of-
go.
of Sylvester Stallone movies. And then Between Two Ferns, I watched the trailer for that. Did you watch the trailer?
Yes.
No.
It's
I did.
it looks
It looks
bizarre. It's
great.
very meta.
Well, it's based on, was it Funny or Die?
Yeah.
The original series.
Yes.
Was
Oh my
Zach
gosh.
Galifianakis' original series.
Yeah, I'm sure they're still a part of the production for this. I'd be
okay,
be surprised if they weren't.
Word.
But yeah, this is featuring celebrities you've heard of, which is
Right.
great. And there's a ton of
And it's
celebrities.
there's. I was gonna say that's the thing about the trailers.
Yeah.
it starts naming them all off.
And and it's the fact that he'll have like political figures and just ask him. He will just ask them the worst shit.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen this show, it's really
The show
ridiculous.
itself is the one with Brad Pitt is extremely good.
I don't know if I've seen that
Oh
one.
God, it's hilarious.
I'll watch it. All right, let's assign some scores. Ad Astra, I have a feeling it's going to be good.
I think so.
like
There's a
80.
lot.
Going
This is
80.
Disney's having problems releasing like mature R-rated adult. Not.
Why do you say Disney? Is this?
It's because it's from. I don't
Is it
think
Fox
it's-
Searchlight?
Ad
It's not a
Astra
Searchlight.
produced or distributed by
Parent company is Disney.
20th Century Fox. So
There
yeah,
you go.
Disney.
Yeah. So there. That doesn't help a movie's cause when the studio's like kind of banking on something.
Sure. Yeah, and this was before it was in Disney's hands. It was being
Right.
made.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. It looks fun. It looks intriguing.
I'm going to 80.
Yeah, that sounds about right to me.
You don't like it?
I want to say 75, but I'll go with 80.
Okay. Yeah, let's go 70. Yeah, okay, 80. He's already
80's
writing
fine.
it.
Yeah,
So
it's fine, yeah.
it is
So
what it is.
how are we
We've
so
come too
tomatoing
far.
this one?
You do it.
Okay.
You can hit that.
Oh, with my
Or you can
vape.
hit this.
Oh, okay.
It's so tomatoed.
All right. So tomatoed.
No, just hit a vape.
Hit a vape.
And then
Did that
it
talk?
moaned.
Whoops.
Oh.
Well, it's supposed to. Here. So tomatoed. There you go.
Hey,
Yay.
there you
Downton Abbey.
go. This one is probably going to kill it with fans, but those are the only ones who are going to go and see
That's what I'm thinking too, because you can't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the fire. This is the serenity of Firefly.
it. Yeah, because you're unless you've been watching this thing the entire time, nobody is going to go and see it.
Do you think they're intending for it to make sense to non-Downton Abbey viewers?
Well, I mean, you can do it like Serenity. You
But
can
that was
do
awful
It.
without Firefly.
It's true.
I watched it first and I was like, "What the
you had
fuck?
no idea what's going
this
on.
sucks."
I think it's going to be
And I watched
about
Firefly.
that.
I was like, "Oh, it's."
I
pretty
think it's going to be about that.
awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where do we want to go on this one? Well, no,
If
you know what?
critics do it based off the movie alone, I'm gonna say like 60.
You think so?
Okay.
I
Yeah.
was going to say around 70.
Okay.
65.
All right.
65?
Right down the middle.
All right.
Yay.
We got Rambo. How did these movies do? Probably not well. That's
Probably
my guess.
not. I imagine the critical score will be low and audience score will be high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds about right. What we're doing critical?
You know what? In this case, yes. Let's go
Okay.
with. Well, I don't know. Do we want to go with the audience just so we can go real high on it? Nah,
No.
we'll do critical.
Critical. I'm going
Okay.
35.
Yeah.
Okay.
35.
All right.
40,
Sure.
35, 40. For 35.
35? Is that what we're on?
Yeah.
35
I really
days.
didn't say that with a lot of gusto, did I? And Between Two Ferns, the movie, it looks funny.
It does look funny.
But do
I don't know,
critics
but like,
think-
yeah, what are critics? Do critics like funny meta?
You know, they
Galifianakis
usually
is a
don't.
weirdo.
Yeah, they usually don't, and it will be something that will probably make a lot of people mad.
Do they do Netflix shows?
Wait a minute. Oh, well, it is a film.
Yeah.
Okay,
They'll do that.
okay,
Yeah, they
okay.
certainly do.
Okay.
It's a movie, but they also do
Oh,
shows
okay,
too.
it is a movie, but they do show. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. I'll go like 70.
it's okay.
You think so? All right. Yeah,
That's- Optimistic.
You. This is my sad voice. My 9:30 p.m. voice. All right. And we'll check
Nice.
back in on those at a later date.
Sure.
Yes.
Now
Next
for
week.
our
Stay tuned.
reviews, which is really just a game that we're going to do.
Cool.
This week, it is Last Actor Rapper Standing.
Oh, yeah.
It is possible, this is episode 67, that I have done this one before. I'm running out of ideas, guys.
Sure.
You're more than
I
welcome
was
to
gonna-
pitch one for next week.
Because I was going to say for the first one, did you have most definite?
No.
Okay, because
Whoa.
that's
It sounded like you said most definite.
most definite. Yeah,
Most
But
definite.
You said most
def
def in it. Gotcha. I don't remember. I'm not
Okay.
even entirely sure if I've done it before. Was
Okay.
what I was
Fair
getting
enough.
at. There's we've done a lot of these games.
What was the thing? He said one that I thought that'd be a good game, but that was a different show.
We had yeah, but there's certainly some actors that were missing here, like Ludacris and Mos Def.
oh yeah,
and-
yeah. No,
and,
this is good. This is
Yeah.
good.
But this is our roundup. So what we're gonna do is there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actors here, and there's 4 people in the room. We're gonna eliminate one by one until there's until the last actor rapper standing
Sounds good.
is there. Do you want to list them off for us?
All right. That is Queen Latifah.
That is
right?
Queen Latifah.
Okay, so we've got Queen Latifah. We've got LL Cool J with the most Kangol hat that has ever been Kangol hatted. We've got Donald Glover, or if you want to go with Childish Gambino. We've got Will Smith, or the Fresh Prince. And then we've got Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Oh, yeah.
You made some pretty
he-
OG rappers.
Is he still Ice-T? Is he Ice-T on
Yeah.
SUV?
Yep.
Okay.
It says it on,
Or
In
whatever.
his SUV.
In his SUV, he is Ice-T.
but on
Fuck
SVU.
Yeah, they just call him
It's
Tracy.
Bob. I
Right.
don't know. What's his name?
Tracy.
Tracy. Gotcha. And just want to say, Queen Latifah is one of the first successful female rappers ever.
Yep.
Right.
And LL Cool J is maybe the first huge successful pop star,
Like big,
pop
like crossover,
rapper.
yeah,
He's
okay.
a
And-
big rapper.
And he stayed relevant for a very long
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
too.
He did that awful movie Toys.
Yep.
God, I hate that movie.
Yeah, with
The
Robin
Robin Williams
Williams.
one?
I
Yeah.
Holy shit.
We did it as a required viewing. once,
Wow,
yeah.
okay.
It's before your time, I think.
Yeah.
It's yeah, I remember that one.
It's a tough one. Go back and rewatch it. This is tough.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's. So we'll have you be the last person to choose. So we'll have our first elimination from our producer. If you want to speak into that microphone, who do you want to get rid of, Mr. Hector?
I guess Ice-T.
Ice-T.
Just ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
But have you seen let's see, oh god. What's the one with Rutger Hauer and Rock? And he's a homeless guy.
I don't know.
Surviving the game?
Oh my gosh.
Is that what it's called?
That was well,
That
I
movie
thought
was,
that was Ice
awesome.
Cube.
No, it was Ice-T.
Wow.
He's got dreads and everything.
Holy shit.
No, that
okay.
movie is awesome.
I like
But
pretty much everyone else on the list, like legitimately. And
right.
Yeah.
I'm too young for LL Cool J.
Sure.
Okay.
That's fair.
And kind of
As a rapper or just all the way around?
He's an actor. Yeah, he hasn't acted in a while.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a long time.
I like Glover and Smith.
Sweet.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's get rid of. Go ahead.
Ice-T has been buried by the John Mulaney sketch about how bad he is on SVU.
True.
X's through the eyes.
True.
All right.
that.
You're getting rid of the next one.
Okay. It's rough.
It's a hard world out there.
It
Yep.
is.
It's a hard knock life for us.
It is. It is.
Jay-Z ever act?
I'm gonna go.
He does voice narration.
Yeah, I don't think he's
I don't
ever
think he
acted.
acts.
I don't think he acts either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's too busy running
Running game.
game.
I'm gonna go with LL.
Getting rid of
Yeah.
LL.
That's fair.
We haven't seen him in a while, And of the three that's left now, I think he's probably the least actory.
Yeah.
Of the three. I don't want to say he's not talented because he can act.
Yeah.
It's not. I loved him, and he was the best part of Deep Blue Sea.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna get rid of the Queen. Sorry, Latifah.
All right.
I
That's
haven't
fair.
seen her in a while. Either.
She has been doing
She
things,
has.
but it's not. It's
Smaller
not
stuff?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
I just remember the last one was her as a taxi driver.
yeah.
that
No, she's done something since then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Taxi with Jimmy
With fucking
Fallon?
Jimmy
Yeah, that's
Fallon.
the
Oh my
last thing
God.
I remember her in a trailer for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Yeah, no, that was
That was a
not
long time. That was a
was-
decade
She's
ago.
done.
Yeah.
She was in a period
No,
drama.
That was like 15 years ago.
That- no, it
was
was-
like 2004
Yeah,
that Taxi
yeah.
came out.
Wow.
yeah,
Yeah.
Damn.
Isn't
She's-
that is
It's called Taxi.
it's called Taxi. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Is that any good?
it's okay.
it was a comedy,
okay.
you know. Yeah, they made it
If you think
action-y.
Jimmy Fallon's funny, yeah, it's
I
not
I
bad.
don't, so.
Yeah, so then probably
yeah.
not.
Alright.
So skip it.
You have
Anyway,
a-
I'm getting rid of Will
she's-
Smith.
she's
Oh, that
good
was
in it.
quick.
Yeah. Oh
Was
no,
it quick?
Donald Glover? No, I love that guy.
Yeah.
He's fantastic. Like I never went to go see Will Smith in concert. You know.
Okay.
Of course, I never would have been old enough to go see Will Smith.
Sure,
in
sure,
Would
concert.
you?
sure.
And I'm old as shit.
I
And
would
it-
go watch
yeah,
Summertime in
Yeah.
Miami. I
I would go to that concert.
I'd see him go Wiki Wild West on me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would go to that concert.
But no, it was Childish Gambino. Change it up so much. I also don't rap any Will Smith at karaoke.
I do.
Oh,
I rap Childish Gambino.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
too.
you
Well, I don't rap.
kill it.
I sing Childish.
okay.
You were there.
Alright.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
Redbone.
All right.
Yep.
Did I kill it?
All right.
Yes.
I killed it.
When did we do this?
My
Well,
birthday last
we
year.
need to do
That's right, because I
you-
did this.
we need to
I
do
did
it
the same
again.
thing for my birthday this year.
Oh yeah, how
Yeah.
was it? I'm sorry I missed
Oh, it
it.
was fantastic.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was a very good time.
What was your
we
karaoke
were,
song?
We were there for about
They were there
5
for like
hours.
5 hours.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. Oh my God, we got and it was like Smirnoff screwdrivers were on special
Nice.
at round one. And
Jeez.
if you so this is an unofficial endorsement here because we've had this for our birthdays respectively.
Yes.
Because we have birthdays that are pretty close to one another.
Yes, they are.
And
Yes.
then but going out there and if you want to tie one on and have a private karaoke room for you and all your dumb buddies to
Yeah.
get shithoused and sing bad songs.
Sing
it is-
Childish
yeah.
Gambino songs.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it was fantastic.
Round one's all over the country, by the way. It's basically a better Dave and Buster's, so check
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah,
Yes.
but yeah. So I have
Dave and
to,
Buster has better food, but
and
But
yeah.
now to be
Everything else is
fair,
better.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was an iconic show, but I laughed harder watching Community than anything.
Oof,
and
oof.
any,
Don't
But have you
compare
watched-
the two.
Have you watched Atlanta at all? Like
And see-
Atlanta?
yeah,
Atlanta.
no, it's just like as an auteur. I really like what he does. I mean, and
He's-
Will Smith is a good. He's
Will
a good
Smith
actor.
is the upbeat always, and Childish has.
Well,
He
I'm
has
gonna say
range.
I'm glad it came to this. Are we at that part now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because like I would have picked Donald Glover because out of all of them, I think he's actually the most talented
Sure.
because he's got music, but then he writes and produces
And he
directs.
does stand-up?
Yeah.
Does
he's
stand
a
up.
stand-up. He's a, but
Yeah.
he's also he's a rapper and a singer, like a legitimate R&B
Yeah.
singer.
Yes.
And then drama acting
Mhm.
and
Writing.
comedy acting and writing.
Directing. Yeah,
Wrote
no
for
man.
wrote
Yeah.
for
Atlanta
crazy.
wrote for Community. Wrote for 30 Rock.
30 Rock.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if he was a writer on Community.
He was just.
I think he was just an actor.
Just an actor.
But that was
now.
his like claim to fame as far as screen time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I thought he was right around.
But
Will
yeah.
Smith was my childhood. That is
Sure.
so hard for me to like. He's
remember-
a part of who I
I
am.
remember watching The Fresh Prince save the world and being super stoked, killing the aliens. You know, like that was like a thing.
He's the
Now,
best.
now he's like saving the world every summer, but you know, like
Yeah.
at the beginning, you're like, hey,
Yeah, because the way I see it is, Will
And his
Smith,
kids are talented.
He's such an overwhelming success that he can take the L on this one.
Yeah. and he's like YouTube star now, like crazy. He's like his videos are always making it to the top, but it's so hard. If we're being honest with ourselves, Donald Glover is the most talented person.
yeah,
Out of this
Agreed.
group of rapper actors, yes,
Agreed.
I
yes,
would say
yes.
so.
Producer,
I actually would have picked Will Smith.
nice.
you're like me.
Just for semantics, because I do like Donald Glover
Okay.
Acting, I'm not as big a fan of.
Sure.
Like his writing, his directing, his producing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Atlanta.
Which
Word.
just goes to show his talent is
Yeah.
But his acting, Will Smith.
Will Smith. Will
No,
Smith's a
that's
good
fair.
actor.
It could
Yeah.
have gone either way.
I think so.
Because it's a great lineup you had for this one.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll have a new game next week, and we'll also have Screen Sword episode 68. We're getting close to that good number.
Oh, we're about to have the nicest episode of
It's
Screen
gonna be.
Swords.
We have to theme it like a love episode.
Yep.
Something.
Hey,
Something where
you-
two things are opposite each other.
Right on.
Things going into things. And
Yeah,
there's
and
just
going out, in and out. Yes, that has been our show.
Oh my God.
Sorry. Make sure to check out all of our trailers that we just dropped. What are some of the trailers we did?
We did Raising Dion,
Yes.
Dark Water.
In the Tall Grass.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Knives Out.
Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
that is going to be a very good one.
And tons more. Make sure to check those out, which just dropped today as well. And check out our producer's website. You want to plug that for us for a second?
It's Sandia Film Journal. You can find me on Twitter at HP Valverde. I exclusively just retweet my own reviews.
What's your most recent review? Hustlers.
Oh,
Okay,
But
Yeah,
I
Renee.
have reviews of pretty much everything that comes out this week.
Cool.
sweet.
word.
At Astroplay, check out
Dalton
Downton Abbey.
Abbey.
What was the other one? Rambo.
Rambo.
Up to that.
And then
Oh
there was
my
one
goodness.
more. I don't remember the last one.
Oh, Zach
Ad Astra.
Galifianakis.
Ad-
Ad Astra. Yeah, Galifianakis.
Oh,
Galifianakis.
between two
Two
words.
Two words.
Yeah, we
For sure.
got a couple of these.
Yeah, so go make sure to check out that website. Anything for you guys to plug?
No, but I would like to point out, and I think Stan saw this too, just that I pointed out a couple months ago, that I just recently got my doctorate, and I am very proud of myself.
Very.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you,
What'd you
Mike.
get your
Very,
doctorate
very.
in?
Divinity, it's only an honorary.
Nice.
It
Glad I
works.
asked. I was like, this guy's a physicist? I didn't know that.
Right.
All right, I'm Dylan,
Stanley.
Dr. Fernando.
and our producer, Hector.
And
We'll check you out next time.
Peace.
See ya.